Overpopulation has been a rising issue throughout the world. Rising birth rates are dangerously affecting our future. Today, we'll be looking at how overpopulation affects supply and demand. We'll be looking into why the population is rising, and how does that affect the supply and demand. How can we decrease the birth rates to control the population? Overpopulation is caused by a high birth rate. But what causes a high birth rate?
The main reason for a high birth rate is undervalued women. Women that are treated as second-class citizens causes a really high birth rate. Because women are undervalued, they have less education, which means less job opportunities. This means that they would get married at a very young age and start having children at a very young age as well. But if women had the right to education, they would have more job opportunities, which would without a doubt cause them to focus on their career. This would definitely also cause women to have less children, which without a doubt would decrease the birth rate.
In lower economically developed countries, this is a problem in rural areas because women are considered as below men, causing women to focus only on their family. Also, another major cause for population growth is an absence of contraceptives.
This is also a problem in rural areas of lower economically developed countries. Because people can't afford contraceptives such as condoms, the birth rate definitely increases. Well, also people in these rural areas aren't as educated as you might think about contraceptives and family planning, so this causes a big increase in population. Well, another problem in this country is that they think of their children as an investment, so that's why they have more children, which definitely increases the birth rate.
Contraceptives are very important in decreasing the birth rate and controlling the population to try and avoid overpopulation. Education is lacking in less economically developed countries, and this is very important in controlling population. Another factor of people avoiding contraceptives is religion.
Well, some religions discard these contraceptives, such as the Catholic Church, which makes up most of the religion in this country. And true believers of this religion think it's a sin to use contraceptives. This makes people avoid contraceptives, causing them to have much more children. Also, according to some religion, children are a gift from God, so people would want to have more children, or gifts for God.
Because of these causes, the birth rate continues to rise, especially in lower economically developed countries. This causes overpopulation. Overpopulation affects the supply and demand of a country.
With the rise of population, the demand for natural resources such as water and food rise dramatically increase. Now this causes the supply of these natural resources to decrease, dramatically making the price for these natural resources to get higher, which is basically the concept of supply and demand.
If the population continues to rise, the demand for natural resources will cause the supply of these necessities to drop. If that happens, you will have less resources to support a growing population. We need change. We need to avoid the drop in our resources. We need to control our population because this is affecting our environment. The use of more resources will cause us to keep destroying our Earth. How can we avoid this? We must decrease the birth rate and continue to help our environment. If we can decrease the birth rate from the points mentioned earlier, then we will be one step closer to saving our environment. Thank you for watching this show. Please help save the Earth.